exactly. The Tacoma Convention Center. This is game 3. Here on Court 2, featuring the Lady Falcons and the Walla Community Warriors. Let's throw it down to our announcer. This is contesting team. Game 3 right here on NWAC 2.
And a big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center against sight of Game 6 of this 2018 NWAC Volleyball Championships. We've got the Lane Community College Titans and the Walla Warriors going at it in today's contest. Hello everybody, I am Wes Tucker. I'll be keeping you company here on Court 2 in an A bracket matchup. We got two more of those for you. We have this one and one more to do. Then we've got some B bracket volleyball for you as well. Again, one of 6 broadcasted games here on court number 2 today. Then the last 2 will be B bracket matchups. And what we're trying to do is figure out who those teams are going to be. That's what these first few games are here for. So winner of this game will get the rest of the day off, whereas the loser will play again later this evening in an effort to stay alive. We will be bidding adieu to 2 teams in tonight's contest. We'll be bidding adieu to 4 teams in tonight's contest, and we are just about ready for some NWAC volleyball. Again, Lane and Walla all set to go, and serving first from Walla will be Abby Miller, freshman of Colfax, Washington. And now we're just awaiting the blessing of the official to get underway, and away we go. And Lane setting up the attack first, going to have to be put across by Venom. And down off the block, Caitlin Hampton, the sophomore out of West Anchorage in Anchorage, Alaska. So the first point is going to go to the Walla Warriors. Walla the favorites in this contest, as the serve is hit awkwardly out of bounds. 2-0 Walla and a service ace for Abby Miller. And the Lane Titans, one of two teams with the Titan mascot. And now a service error from Miller will give the Titans their first point. And going back to the first serving will be Caitlin Hampton. Serves up and clears the net. Set up by Schwager. Yeah, both teams duking it out over the net. And a great block up front, but they're able to save it on the lane side. Set by Schwager again. And not able to handle the soft approach from Morgan Ness, the sophomore out of Spokane Valley, Washington. Gives Walla Walla a 3-1 lead. That's going to send the Walla Walla libero having Miller back, and there's a quick put down by Lane, making it a little closer, 3-2. And the Titans are going to send Hannah Hayes, freshman out of Grants Pass, Oregon, to serve. Set up, Schwager finds the open territory. So well executed by Abby Schwager, and now she's going to go back to serve. Serve is up, and waiting for it is Hampton. Now on the outside, well struck. And back over it goes. And the hit that time coming from Sage Brashers, freshman, also out of Grants Pass. Again, there's a few Grants Pass natives playing on this Lane team. There's a total of 4, and going back to serve now, Sierra Westling, another Grants Pass native. Now 4-3 in favor of the Warriors, and well dug out by Stacia Panther. And just outside, but what an attempt by Morgan Ness to try and catch the right side of the court there on your screen. We got ourselves a tie ball game, 4-4 here in set number 1. Again, all A bracket matchups consist of best of 5 sets. The first 4 sets consisting of 25 points, and the 5th set if necessary, only to 15 as the outside is set up, but not enough from Abby Miller to put it through. And Casey Halbert, the libero for the Walla Walla Warriors. Excellent defensive piece. Sets outside, and that's going to go out of bounds. And it looked like it may have gotten a touch, but no, says the referee. So Lane is going to get their first lead of the match. Oh, pardon, a 6-4 lead according to our scoreboard. Apologies for missing one for everybody at home. And there's a quick put down by Abby Miller, bringing Walla Walla back within 1. We've seen some fantastic volleyball from the teams that we have had play today, where 16 teams show up. Only 1 can win the NWAC title. And that winner will be decided on Sunday, as that ball is put down quickly to tie this ball game up. And you can credit that one to Ocean Bryant. Goldendale, Washington native Ocean Bryant had a fantastic tournament last year. It's already setting the tone for another good one as the serve comes over courtesy of Rachel Miller. And there's a bullet shot. And now a little lob approach. Down it falls. Taylor Jones, a 5'9" freshman outside hitter, Meridian, Idaho, coming away with the points, giving Walla Walla a 7-6 lead. And now the serve coming up, waiting for it, is the libero Panther. And now set to the right side. Jones again. And that time off the block, we're going to credit Avery Brookshire for tying this game up 7-7. Meanwhile, on court 1, it is a 22-11 contest between the other team with a Titans mascot and the Edmond Tritons. Boy, we have 2 Titans and the Tritons playing at the same time. Set up now. And a soft approach taken, and down it goes, courtesy of Ocean Bryant. So 8-7 the score. Walla Walla with a slim lead. And both of the last two games went into fifth and deciding sets. And for those who missed today's action, we'll recap it in just a hot second as that one falls. Lane ties this game at 8 points apiece. And it's going to be the libero, Stacia Panther, back to serve. For those who need to be caught up, Spokane took down Clark College earlier today, 3-0. Lower Columbia College took down Shoreline 3-1. Highline beating Bellevue 3-2. And Lynn Benton taking down North Idaho 3-2. Now Walla Walla trying to set up, getting themselves a 2-point lead. Instead, Panther has other ideas, but nobody's going to be where she hits it, giving Walla Walla a 10-8 lead. Back doing the serving right now is Leah Pebbles. Cordova, Alaska, where she calls her hometown. Set up in the middle, and that one's out of bounds. They want a touch, but not happening. The Warriors are going to come away with their 11th point of this first set. Meanwhile, the Tritons are in good position over the Titans to take set one on court one. And now set up at the net outside for Brookshire. That's way out of bounds, and another point for the Warriors. And that's going to force a timeout to be taken by the Titans, so don't you go anywhere. We got a lot more volleyball right after this.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
And a big welcome back. A 12-8 score here in set number one. The Walla Walla Warriors over the Lane Titans here in the early going. And still back to serve is going to be Pebbles for the Warriors. Serve is up and good. Panther underneath it. It's got to be put across, but a good block at the net. Panther has to grab it again and put across that time by Hampton. And that'll fall to the ground, so out of the timeout, the first point won will be by the Walla Walla Warriors. The Titans have dropped the last 5 points in a row, and they have looked to be in disarray defensively. Serve is up, and they try a shorter approach, and it's passed backwards. Panther has to get to it. Now it's put across. Easy setup here for Schwager, and there's a fantastic block up front. That time by Hampton. It's going to fall to the ground for a Lane point. 13-9 the score. Back to serve Taylor Russell, freshman out of Roseburg, Oregon. The serve is up. It's a good one, too. Barely handled by the libero, Halbert. Now Panther passes it over. Trying with a soft approach that time is Takasaki. And nobody can get to this one. It's going to fall for another Titan point. 13-10 the score. Meanwhile, the first set has been won on court one by the Edmonds Tritons. So 1-0 over there. Again, Pete Richmeyer keeping you company on court one. And now set Schwager outside. Put across that time by Jones. And Jones again off the block, collecting the point. Well, I know it's early in the ball game, but Lane already looks exhausted. Seems to be scrambling on defense a little bit. And now back to serve, Abby Miller. Panther with the pass up front. Set and nicely put away by Hannah Hayes. Collecting her second point of this matchup here. And the loser of this game will play the loser of the game on court 1. So it could potentially be a Titan matchup, and boy, wouldn't that be fun to broadcast. Set up by Schwager. Now Ness trying to take it. And it's passed across. Set by Schwager again. Here's Ness, and that one can't be handled, and it's not gonna come to fruition for Panther. So 15-11. So back to serve now, the Walla Walla libero, Casey Halbert, second trip behind the service line. Good block up front, now set to the outside. Here comes Ness, and trying to get the touch, but no, it's going to go to the Titans. 15-12 is your score. And now it's going to be Hannah Hayes doing the serving. Passed up front, and that is going to go down for another lane point. Looks like some miscommunication there between Ness and Bryan. And now a correction as they're saying that Lane's outside hitter indeed crossed the net, so 16-12 is the score. And back to serve now is Schwager. And the sophomore setter out of Boise, Idaho to Timberline High School. And also one of Walla Walla's stars a year ago in this tournament. As it has to be passed across, Schwager on the set on the outside, and fantastic work up front that time by Kennedy James, and now it'll fall for a Walla Walla point. 17-12, the score here in set 1. You gotta wonder how much longer Coach Stephanie Willett will let it go before she calls another timeout. The Titans have taken one already. And now this one's set at the net and brought down off the block that time of Leah Peebles. (17-13) the score here in set 1. Meanwhile, set number 2 underway, and the first point has been won by the Edmonds Tritons over on the first court. And now a interesting serve technique from Sarah Westling, and now Panthers got to set it up, and nicely dug out by Schwager. Now on the outside, here's Ness, and that falls in the blue for a lane point. 17-14, so don't count the Titans out just yet. Seem to be getting a little more organized as the game progresses. And the serve is up from Westling. Set to the right side, and Ness, little too much power. And the Titans are within 2. And that's going to force the hand of Coach Chelsea Spears. She is going to take a timeout here, but before we send you away, we would like to remind fans that today's game is brought to you by the NWAC. Fans, check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also, visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on games, scores, schedules, stats, and more.
I chose Centralia College because I really felt like school, academic-wise and soccer-wise, it would be a good fit for me. And then I come here and I play, and it's like the competition is crazy, and I don't think the label of community college means anything to the skill that people have. My name is Gabby, and I play soccer at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
The NWAC would like to thank Baden for supplying the official game balls of the NWAC Championships. Baden is committed to developing and producing the highest quality products in sports and is driven by what is right for the athletes. Baden, perform better. So we welcome you back to the action here. It's a 17-15 game. Lane trailing by 2 as a serve from Westling, set by Schwager. Here comes Ness, and that ball is hit a ton, but way out of bounds. So the first point after the timeout will indeed go to the Warriors. 18-15 the score. Again, the 20-point threshold, a mere 2 points away for the Warriors. And coming in to serve now is going to be Rachel Miller. Panther with the pass up front. They set outside, and that ball is destroyed out of bounds. And done so by Megan Briggs, the freshman out of Redding, California. And a point is going to go to the Warriors. 19-15 the score. Next serve is up and over. Set again. Schwager. And that ball barely clearing the boundary marker. Nice work to keep it in fair territory. Kennedy James was there for it, and now the ball passed backwards, and oh my goodness, they managed to get it back across the net. Set outside, and a small approach taken, and there's some raw power being demonstrated by Emma Peterson. Ball still, same volley, and Panther waits for it. And out of bounds, and went off of the hand of Brookshire. So there's a 20-15 score now in favor of the Warriors. So a long volley for that point. Walla in excellent position here to take set one. The serve goes directly to Kennedy James, puts it over herself. Schwager passes up and way out of bounds, no contact. And a point, this time off of the hand of Taylor Jones. So back to serve now is going to be Krista Todd. 5'10 freshman is Todd, and a service error gives the Warriors their 21st point. So not quite as back and forth as the last couple of matches were. If you want back and forth on court one, that game is at 6-4 in the second set right now. And there's a good block, but off of the top of it and down it goes. A point for the Titans. Looked like the hit that time was in fact delivered by Caitlin Hampton. And now Panther with the serve. Halbert set by Schwager, and down it goes. A good block attempt by Hannah Hayes. But in the end, Rachel Miller, it's too much to handle. So 22-17 the score. And here it comes, waiting for it. And set to the outside. Down it goes, the power of Jones. 23-17. So it doesn't look like Coach Willett's going to take that timeout that we were so sure she was going to take. And a service ace. That one belongs to Leah Peebles, and now they're going to take a timeout since there's only 1 point left. So we will step away real quick, but don't you go anywhere. Conclusion of set one when we return right after this. So back we get to the action now, a 24-17 lead, set point number one for the Walla Walla Warriors. Doing the serving right now, Leah Peebles. And the serve up after the timeout is right over the net. Panther waits for it, set up, and here comes Brookshire. Down it goes, a point for the Titans. 24-18, your score here in set one. Again, now set point number 2 for the Warriors. And doing the serving now is going to be Taylor Russell for Lane Community College. Schwager sets outside, and it's put across gently by Peterson. Nicely dug out by Halbert. And a net skipper hit that time by Jones. And out of bounds it goes. Lane collecting yet another point after the timeout. So 24-19 the score. Again, Walla just needing one little measly point to claim the first set of this matchup. And now the serve coming over from Russell. Halbert waits for it on the dig, set by Schwager. And that ball will stay up in the air. A great dive by Hampton. Passed out. Waiting for it. Todd. And Schwager puts it across, and there is set number 1 in the books with a score of 25-19. So Walla with the early advantage. Don't you go anywhere. We got lots more NWAC volleyball when we come back. You're listening to the NWAC Sports Network.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn and Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
It motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
And we're back at the Greater Tacoma Convention Center, a 1-0 lead for Walla, and they took set number 1 by a score of 25-19. Lane going to be starting out serving, and Taylor Russell will be doing the honors here as set 2 is underway. Schwager tries to put it over for the quick first. And now we'll set up a beautiful hit by Emma Peterson. They get a 1-0 lead for the Warriors. And that'll send back Abby Miller to do the serving. Set up now on the outside. Here comes Hayes. And down it goes. 2-0 is our score. Walla Walla with the advantage over Lane. Serve coming across, set up on the outside, and not able to do anything with it is Hampton. So set up and a little soft put over and hit out of bounds. So that brings our score 3-0 in favor of the Warriors. The ball is immediately served again, wasting no time. Here comes Hannah Hayes with the point. 3-1. And Lane roaring back to life. Now they'll try to keep it up as Hampton serve barely clearing the net. Schwager sets on the outside, and Morgan Ness collecting the point. That brings our score 4-1. Sorry, technical difficulty there with the scoreboard, but now we're all set and ready to rock and roll yet again. It's going to bring back Casey Halbert to do the serving. Walla Walla with a 3-point lead, and the serve is up and over, waiting for it. Is James, and a great block up front. It's timed by Schwager. Schwager passes up front. Here comes Ness, and that ball's way too hot to handle. Way out of bounds it goes. And Walla Walla leads 5-1. Meanwhile, over on court number 1, the Edmonds Tritons currently lead the Tacoma Titans by a score of 18-12. They already have a 1-0 lead as James is able to put that back into Walla Walla territory. Here comes Morgan Ness again. Panther passes up front. And waiting for it now is Peebles. And down off the block of Hannah Hayes, a point for the Tritons. Set 2, a little bit of back and forth here after the Warriors jumped out to a quick lead. And now Hayes is all set to serve. Ball barely clearing the net, set up outside, and there's a good hit by Peterson. Blocked up front and way out of bounds off the touch. It looked like that time off of Taylor Russell. Another point for the Warriors. And now back to serve is going to be Abby Schwager. The serve from Schwager up across the net, dug out nicely, Russell. And then Morgan Ness finds an opportunity and puts it away for an easy one. 7-2 the score as Walla Walla continues a good run here in the second. Dugouts, Russell with the pass up front and just out of reach of the libero Halbert, a point for Lane. So 7-3. Now the score as checking back in for the Titans is Avery Brookshire. And now the serve up and across, dug out well, Schwager sets, and off the block, it's handled well. It has to be put over by Hampton. And too much that time, Peebles not able to do anything else with it. So it's going to drop for another Lane point. 7-4 is our score. And a very weak serve that time from Sierra Westling. Does not even clear the net. So an 8-4 lead for Walla Walla. A service error. And heading back to do the serving now will be Rachel Miller. Sophomore out of College Place, Washington. And a service error for Walla Walla. So turnabout's fair play here in set number 2. It's going to mean Krista Todd will head back to serve, and that serve dug out nicely in the back by Peebles. And it's a good hit put on it by Jones. Now on the outside again, and on the corner, a point for the Titans. 8-6 we go. The serving style of Todd, a little faster than that of Westling, who had a service error in her last tour of duty back there. And Westling takes a rather static approach and is rather slow when it comes to the arm motion as well. And a beautiful dig out attempt, but nothing to show for it as we are tied at 8 now on the service ace by Todd. Should go back again. Jones waits for it. Schwager on the outside. Here comes Jones, and down off the block, this time of Megan Briggs. So 9-8. Lane has their first lead of the second set. Schwager sets to the outside, and how about the power off the hand of Ocean Bryant? Tying us back up at 9. And now Bryant will head back to serve. Got Bryant, her second year, wearing the Warriors uniform. And Briggs puts a good hit on it. Now Jones trying to get something off the block. Passed up. They're going to try Jones again. Tries something a little softer. Gets away with it, but not for a point. But there's a quality block up front by Emma Peterson, giving Walla Walla the lead back. 10-9 the score. So back comes Ocean Bryant. And Bryant's second trip behind the service line today. Serve up and across. Well dug out by Hampton. And Brookshire gets the credit. Tying us back up at 10. So back and forth we go now here in set number 2. And an update from court 1 as the Edmonds Tritons currently lead 2-0 over the Tacoma Titans. And there's some raw power from Emma Peterson. 11-10 the score, and coming back to serve now is going to be Leah Peebles. So Peebles with the serve to the right. Panther set to the outside. Berkshire. Now Schwager and Peterson. Going to try Berkshire again, and it falls to tie us up at 11. Boy, this set feels like it's going to be the first team to blink. He's going to be the one on the short end of the stick here. And now Taylor Russell, and the 5'9" freshman back to serve for the Titans. Across the net it goes. Waiting for it is Peebles, set by Schwager outside. Here comes Jones, and waiting for it is Berkshire. Some good work there, and now Schwager comes away with the point. (12-11) the score. And we got one more A-bracket game for you here on court 2. We'll have that approximately 40 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. Outside set, and way out of bounds. Another point for the Warriors. So too much that time off the hand of Venom. And now back to serve will be Abby Miller, making their third rotation along the serving routes. Hampton, and look at that by Peterson. My goodness. The presence of mind to do that quick second leap and find that wide open space on the right. My goodness, what a play. 14-11, and Hannah Hayes comes away with a Titans point, 14-12. Meanwhile, the third set about to get underway over on court 1. And a 2-0 lead for the Tritons. And that ball is hit way out of bounds, so a service ace for Stacia Panther. And a correction is Caitlin Hampton. Panthers next in the rotation. And that one falls between Schwager and Peterson. So we are now tied at 14 again. all. Schwager with the set up toward the center, and Ness can't be handled that time by both Kennedy James and Stacia Panther. 15-14, the score goes. And now Halbert will serve, but first we're going to go ahead and step away for a quick timeout, but don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye? That when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade?
See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
So Walla with a 1-point lead here, 15-14 is the score. Again, Walla with a 1-set lead over the Titans already. And first serve after the timeout there, set up on the outside. Here comes Hannah Hayes, going to be dug out nicely. And Schwager doing battle at the net, but it looks like she went a little too far and carried it. So the first point after the timeout is going to go to the Titans. So 15-15 the score as the serve from Hayes is handled nicely. Schwager up front, and here comes Ness. And that's put way backwards and on the edge. My goodness, what precision. Giving Lane the lead, 16-15. Boy, the media timeout came at a very inopportune time for Chelsea Spears Warriors. The ball's dug out. Schwager sets up. Here comes Ness, and that ball's hit backwards off a touch. And Hayes has to pass it across. Waiting for it now, Schwager. Here comes Ness again. This time with the kill. So 16-16. The score at the moment. Back and forth, these two teams have gone through the second set. And here's the pass up front, outside. Here comes Kennedy James. And Ness, another attempt. Arid pass from Panther and goes way out of bounds off of the hand of Kennedy James. So Walla with a 17-16 lead. And Schwager with the serve. Waiting for it is Stacia Panther. Now here comes Venom. In the middle. Waiting for it now is Russell. And Venom once more with the attempt. Way out of bounds. Another point for the Warriors. 18-16 the score. And now they serve up and over. Passed awkwardly to the left side and well handled there by Briggs. Set over. Halbert waits for it. And now they try outside, and that's way out of bounds off the touch of Taylor Russell. 19-16 the score. As Walla looks like they'll cross the 20-point threshold again first. And Schwager back to do another round of serving. Just clearing the net, dug out by James, and Verum off a block, a point for the Warriors, and that block executed perfectly by Morgan Ness, and that's going to force a timeout to be taken by the Titans. So before we go, we would like to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Centralia Community College. Centralia Community College is your college for associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, and job training. Apply now to get jump on classes and financial aid. Applying is easy and free. Visit www.centralia.edu for the details. Centralia Community College. Go Bold! So back we get to the action, a 20-16 lead for the Walla Warriors. As this ball's passed very awkwardly out of bounds, this time off of the hands of Megan Briggs. So a quick point for the Warriors, 21-16 the score. Meanwhile, on court one, the Tacoma Titans lead 9-4 over the Edmonds Tritons. And there's a botched set for another Walla point. So 3 points away from two consecutive set victories are the Warriors. Serve is up and over. Waiting for it now is Briggs. Has to be put across and does so off a block. Outside set. Here comes Ness. And it's handled well by Hampton on the dig. Schwager sets outside, and there is Peterson. And the point will go to the Warriors. It was touched twice on the opposition side. 23-16 is the score. And the serve from Schwager. Just clearing the net. Stacia Panther waits for it. Well set up. And here comes Patterson. And Patterson has been doing a great job here in this set. And set point number one for the Warriors. And the serve from Schwager just clears the net. It's going to be set up, has to be put over by Hampton. Schwager waits for it, now set to the outside. Here comes Ness, and off a touch, the Warriors take set number two by a final score of 25-16. So on we go to the third and perhaps final set. A 2-0 lead for the Warriors. We will be right back after this.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
And a big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. Again, site as usual for the 2018 NWAC Volleyball Championships. We have a 2-0 lead in favor of the Walla Warriors at the moment. And they're going to be starting off serving. It's going to be Abby Miller doing the honors. As it looks like we got a close set going on court number 1. As ball clear, Stacia Panther waits for it, and then Hannah Hayes can't clear the net. So the first point of set 3 is going to go to the Warriors. 1-0 here in the early going, and still a lot of match to go potentially. Warriors, if they can win this set, will sweep the Lane Titans as Hayes is waiting on the ambush. Back it goes and nearly dug out by Halbert, but instead it ends up a 1-1 score here in set number 3. Again, both games going on right now have 2-0 set leads. Ball's played nicely up front. They go outside. Here's Ness way out of bounds. 2-1 in favor of the Titans. And when Lane started this game, they were already looking exhausted. And now the serve is way up and over. On the serve, it was Caitlin Hampton who collected the service error, and it's 2-2. And the next game that will take place here on court number 2 is going to be Pierce College and Skagit Valley. And down it goes, another point for the Warriors, taking a 3-2 lead. Last game of A bracket play today. We'll get our B bracket set up for tonight. And on the outside, that one's going to go down courtesy of Sage Brashears. And now Hannah Hayes back to serve for the Titans. 3-3 the score. It could be in for another close one, as that ball is handled well off of the hard hit of Peterson. And on the edge, Lane takes the lead. 4-3 the score. It looks like Walla seems to be burning out a little bit. Ball's hit back toward the net. Waiting for it is Schwager. On the outside, here comes Ness, and that's a touch. No, it was touched twice by Schwager. So it now becomes a 5-3 lead in favor of the Titans. And Hayes ready once again to serve. Waiting for it is Halbert. Schwager. And Peterson collects one off the block. And we got 3 more broadcasted games for you here tonight from the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. 1 more A bracket, then 2 B bracket matchups. As this ball's hit high up, and an opportunity for Brashers. And now Ness collects the point for the Warriors, tying it back up at 5. And the last game tonight is slated to start at 8:15 p.m. So a full day of NWAC volleyball for you. And I hope you like it because we got a few more days left of this tournament. James, and now Hampton. Ness has to put it over, but nobody's going to be able to play it off the block of Brashears. Walla takes a 6-5 lead. And now it's going to be Schwager to do the serving. Waiting for it is Kennedy James. Brashears trying to get the over points, and now Peebles is going to be interrupted as it was touched twice out there yet again by the setter Schwager. It's been called for that twice in the last 3 minutes. So setting back, Shelby Dubé to do the serving. Redmond, Oregon native, sophomore. And that ball nearly got way away from the libero Halbert, but it's passed back across the net rather easily. And there's some good power from Hunter Venom, freshman out of Meridian, Idaho, which gives Lane a 7-6 lead. So back to serve once again, Dubé. Outside, here comes Ness, and that one off the block. It's going to be a point for the Warriors, 7-7. And the second set was like this, neck and neck up until the latter part where the Warriors pulled away and did so successfully, taking that win in the second half. They sit admirably, to say the least, 2-0. There's set up outside, and it's going to have to be put across by Hampton. Set by Schwager, and Peterson handled well by the libero, Stacia Panther. And it was touched twice on the side of the Titans, giving another point to the Warriors, which will send Rachel Miller back to serve yet again. Serve for Miller goes right to Stacia Panther, set up, and on the outside, good attempt by Kennedy James, and here comes Jones of Walla Walla, and James again with the attempt, but well played. In the back there, dug out by Halbert, set by Schwager, and off the hand of Hampton. 9-7 in favor of the Warriors. And another close set over there. Set 3 on court 1 is a 16-15 game with Edmonds a 2-0 lead. And Venom tries to put it across, and nobody's able to get to it. Maybe some miscommunication there from the Walla Walla defensive front, but now a 9-8 score, and going back to serve will be Krista Todd. So Todd ready with the serve, up and over it goes. Halbert waits for it, set up by Schwager outside. Here comes Jones, and that one blocked back over. And no, correction, they're going to say hit the net. That's 4 touches on the side of the Warriors, so now a 9-9 score. Again, winners will get the rest of the day off. So the serve is up over, Halbert waits for it. Schwager sets, and then a quick put over by Peterson. Side, Hampton can't finish it off. So 10-9. The score now in favor of the Warriors, and going back to serve is going to be Ocean Bryant. Serve up and across. Hampton waits for it. Set up at the net and way out of bounds off the hand of Megan Briggs. And Briggs has some pretty devastating power. But unfortunately, he's just going a little wider than the white lines with it. 11-9, the serve from Bryant. Set up to the outside. Hampton handled well. And down it goes off the block attempt of Venom. 12-9, and now a timeout is going to be taken by the Titans. So away we step again, but don't go anywhere. Plenty more action when we return.
WWCC is affordable. your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
And a big welcome back. It's a 12-9 score here in set number 3. Walla Walla with Ocean Bryan doing the serving here, trying to sweep a 3-0 score of the Titans, as the first point after the timeout is actually going to go to the Warriors. And timeout was taken by Coach Stephanie Willett. Meanwhile, Coach Chelsea Spears' Warriors are sitting pretty right now with a 2-set lead, and that ball cleared back across the net. Bryan waits for it, set by Schwager. Outside, here comes Jones, and it's going to be hit awkwardly by Shelby Dubé. Now outside, here comes Peterson, down off the block, this time of Caitlin Hampton. It's both teams in double digits here, and it looks like a fourth set may be forced by Tacoma. And now Jones will set across the net. Schwager again, and Peterson is going to be blocked back down by Hayes. So 13-11 the score. And Sir barely clearing the net there. Schwager outside. Peebles just outside. And it's 13-12. So the momentum seems to have shifted ways over to the Titans. And Stacia Panther all set to serve. Outside set. Here comes Jones. Has to be hit across, and that's way out of bounds off of the hand of Krista Todd. 14-12 and a 21-19 score on the other court right now. So the serve from Peebles. Dubé on the outside. And now Peterson finds some open court. 15-12 the score. Again, this game has been absolutely breezing by. We're at the hour and 3-minute marker. We had the last game here on court 2 go about 2 hours and 10 minutes. There's some good blocking work up front by Peterson, and just able to clear the net, and Peterson's able to put it back across. And Venom not quite able to take it, but Peebles will put it back across the net. Panther waits, and Hampton can't clear it, so a hard-fought point for the Walla Walla Warriors. It is now 16-12 in favor of Walla Walla. And Peebles back to serve yet again. Ball clears. And now on the outside, beautiful attempt at digging it out by Miller, but not quite enough as the ball falls 16-13. And now we have a 21-21 score in set 3 over on court 1. Meanwhile, Zero Westling with the serve attempt. It's going to be set up by Schwager outside. Peterson, it falls. Another Walla Walla point. And a couple of hard-fought third sets going on right now. Both Tacoma and Lane trying to force a fourth set. And right on the edge, my goodness. Beautiful point for the Warriors, 18-13. They're pulling ahead a little bit. So it's put up by Dubé. Played nicely, Schwager, and now Ness. Soft approach and just able to get it back across the net as Panther. Set in, and Ness able to put it over with a soft approach. 19-13 is now the Warriors, in true Warrior fashion, have pulled way ahead of the Titans. So the serve comes across, waiting for it. Dubé, and Hannah Hayes nearly collects the point. And it's got to be put over this time by Ness. And Hayes off the block of Peterson will pick up a point for the Titans. And best guess says that Coach Stephanie Willett's going to be using that timeout as soon as the Warriors hit the 20-point margin. The ball is going to go back to Abby Maida, freshman from Salem, Oregon, played at Salem Academy before beginning her college career. And here's a service error, giving the Warriors their 20th point, and no timeout call yet. Looks like they're going to keep on playing it, and it's going to be Casey Halbert doing the serving. Ball just clears, and there's some good defense up front by Ocean Bryan, and now that is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. A timeout called. Well, before we go, we would like to remind everybody that today's game brought to you by the host school, Pierce College. In Pierce College, you can find success at Pierce College, selected as one of the top 10 best community colleges in the nation. Pierce College offers more than 60 programs of study. Get started today at one of the nation's premier community colleges. Apply online at www.pierce.ctc.edu. Pierce College, possibilities realized. So back we go now, 21-14 the score, and now a botched dig there, and a first point out of the timeout will go to the Warriors. Now 4 points away from putting this thing away, and meanwhile, it's a 26-25 lead for Edmonds in set 3 on court 1, as the ball barely clears the net here, set up on the outside. Halbert, now Schwager, and just able to get it across the net, but out of bounds. It is going to be Bryant. So 22-15 the score. Meanwhile, match point for Edmonds over on court 1. And there's a quick point for the Warriors. 23-15. And meanwhile, Edmonds has just swept the Tacoma Titans on court 1, so potentially a Titan versus Titan matchup in the B bracket, unless Lane can get their stuff together quickly, as Lane will score a point there. 23-16 the score. And 27-25 the final score of set 3 on court 1. And we got a 23-16 score on court 2. Back to serve is going to be Shelby Dubé, as the serve is up and over and way out of bounds. Match point for the Warriors. So it looks like it is indeed going to be Titans versus Titans tonight in B bracket play. You can catch that game on court 1 later this evening, as the match point serve is up and over, set, and Hannah Hayes will collect their point. for Lane. So match point number 2. A big welcome into those joining us who just watched the Edmond Tritons take down the Tacoma Titans. It looks like both Titans are about to fall as we have the second match point opportunity for Walla Walla. Serve up and over, waiting for it is Jones, and now Peterson puts it across. Stacia Panther, and hit backwards. So 24-18, so not dead yet are the Titans. And back to serve now will be Krista Todd. And a service ace for Krista Todd. And a timeout is going to be taken by Chelsea Spear, and boy, is this a good time for one. So we step away, but yet again, the Titans are knocking on the door of the Warriors. So back we get to the action. Match point number 4 for the Walla Walla Warriors. Doing the serving, Krista Todd, and she'll have to be perfect from here on out. So the ball is passed awkwardly. It's got to be hit across, and it's done so by Ocean Bryant. Set at the net. Here comes Hampton, and Hampton collects the point right out of the timeout. So the margin for error gets smaller as this is the 5th match point opportunity. And a service error puts the nail in the coffin. My goodness. Not the best way to go, but a way nonetheless as we have a final score 3-0. The Walla Walla Warriors take down the Lane Titans. Don't you go anywhere. We got more coverage when we come back. Again, you're watching the NWAC Sports Network.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Chose Centralia College because I love the small town feel here. You know, everyone has each other's back. We're all winning programs. We have a lot of competition here. A lot of it is the support coming from the community that you might not feel anywhere else. My name is Autumn Grand and I play volleyball for Centralia College, and I go boldly.
And welcome back to the 2018 NWAC Volleyball Championships. I'm here with my new friend Morgan Ness. Morgan, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing just dandy. My voice is dying, but that's how the business works, you know. So that was a good sweep, a little quick sweep there. Make quick work of your opponent. So what's the mindset going into a game against Lane?
Game against Lane, we were just working on doing our intangibles, like shooting and doing the right things, the little things right. And so we did that well today. I think we do it better tomorrow, but I think we did good. A sweep is a sweep.
Sweep is a sweep, very true. So you're the leading scorer on this team right now. You had approximately 192 kills. You're the leading scorer here, but you're still maybe a few hundred, maybe 100 behind top scoring. So the team obviously looks to you as a leader. So what kind of pressure does that bring to you?
I don't think it's really any pressure. I just think this is really fun. Like, I like to play the game, and I love my team and all my coaches. Like, it's just an awesome ride. This whole journey is fun. So.
All right. So you guys have a chance to take the rest of the night off. You get a chance to scout out who you're going to be playing tomorrow. So it's going to be the winner of the game on court 1, I believe, but without looking at my book. So that's the one you're going to want to be watching.
Edmonds or Tacoma.
Edmonds won that one. So it's going to be a good matchup there. Both of you guys are powerhouses when it comes to volleyball. So what's your mindset going into a big game against the Tritons?
Once again, just doing the little things right, our intangibles. I think we can have higher energy. That's a huge thing in this sport. So just kind of resetting tomorrow and having fun is the main thing.
All right, so they're trading Titans for Tritons. We'll have that game tomorrow right here on court number 2. But until then, from all of us here at the NWAC Sports Network, I'm Wes Tucker, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.